All right, so next on our E3 prediction list is going to be Sony. Now, there's a interview recently that kind of shot a lot of my predictions down the drain.
Let's hear him, John.
All right, so, well, I'm not going to give all...
Who was the interview? Kaz?
No, it wasn't Kaz. I don't remember who it was, but I didn't recognize the name. It wasn't like one of the well-known.
Yeah, it wasn't. But anyway, in this interview, it kind of went along the lines of PlayStation not really worrying about Xbox and also kind of not, congratulating Switch or Nintendo for their Switch success, but also because they mentioned a few things that were not going to happen, which I was kind of hoping they were going to do. They're not going to focus on a lot of handheld support, so there's not going to be a PSP 2 or a PSP Vita 2, which I was hoping for, and kind of shot our prediction of what the PS5 could be, sort of like a Switch hybrid.
Keep my fingers crossed.
And also, the one thing that really sucks is they mentioned that they're not going to focus on backwards compatibility because...
I read that too.
And they're basing it off of a stupid thing.
They're saying it can work. Like, evidently, it could be done.
Well, you know what the reasoning is? It's because at a Gran Turismo event, they had... The games from PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4 side by side, and it wasn't that no one wanted to play them. It's because the older ones looked ugly, and they're like, why would anyone want to play this? So it wasn't based off of any feedback. It was just because the games looked ugly that they didn't want to. They're like, no one wants to play those games because they look ugly, sort of thing. So that kind of shut me down. I was really hoping that they're gonna have some more backwards compatibility support without having HD remakes. And also, I was hoping for an announcement for PSP 2 or PSP Vita 2. I mean, along those lines, they are going to still push the Vita in overseas because that market...
It sells there.
It does better over there. I mean, because their ideas, they don't want to have to compete with the smartphone market, which makes sense. I mean, that's just another... device someone has to carry around. So, but Jonah, let's start with you on your Sony predictions.
Well, I think they're going to talk a lot about games unlike Microsoft because they already have their Pro out. And in that same interview, they mentioned that this E3 is going to be really big on Japanese games. They're going to localize a lot of stuff. So, so I'm not sure what they're going to we're thinking about there. Like maybe something like. Maybe some smaller stuff.
If I have to sit through 15 minutes of Tales of whatever and these memories of nonsense, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to lose my mind.
Japanese games don't have to be RPGs or JRPGs.
I'm just saying. That's what I heard when you said that.
A lot of those games actually look pretty cool. Although,
yeah, really cool.
A lot of them are probably just going to be sex games that are transported over here.
Well, so it's for
I lost him. He's all excited now. It's like, sign me up.
Now, you know what's the Japanese game?
Neo.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, that game needs to stay away for a while.
I don't know. I think they're going to show some gameplay.
I don't think they'll show gameplay, but he needs to go away for a while.
Well, you don't like those first two trailers?
They're fine. They're awesome. They're great, but they're trailers.
He's going to have a third trailer with a different actor. I don't even know
if there's a game yet.
Yeah, but that's what we're going to find out this time at E3.
It keeps you coming back.
Yeah.
But...
keeps guessing.
And they're cool trailers.
I honestly think that some people will start getting mad if he shows another trailer with no content of gameplay.
I mean, those trailers are pretty sweet, though. Like, if you put them side to side, they match. Like, if the baby disappears in this one, it appears in this one. It's crazy.
But how much of the resources have been going to just making those trailers every year?
$20.
Maybe.
Tops.
Yeah, they've been really good at saving money.
Yeah. Like, I don't think... I'm curious to see. I don't think he said it's going to be an open world game, right?
I have no idea. I hope not.
I don't even know.
I can't do it.
I don't think anyone knows exactly what... Even if he was like, oh yeah, it's not going to be open world. It's like, what the hell is it? It's going to be like a card game.
No.
Card game.
It's trading card game.
I think they might play it safe and maybe not do like a full open world, but maybe like almost like an Uncharted where it's a bigger open space and you get to play through it in different ways.
Right.
And if they do that, then I would say that, all right, maybe the game does come out earlier than I'm thinking it's going to come out. But at the same time, like, now was it last E3 that they showed a trailer, or was it PlayStation Experience?
I think it was Experience.
Okay, so they had 2 trailers within a 6-month time frame.
Right.
Something like that.
You cannot come out with another trailer and no gameplay.
Each copy's gonna come with a little pack of LSD just to make that game experience awesome.
I don't know.
It's good without it, but it's great with it.
But I do think that it's cool, awesome. Really, very interested in seeing what you're doing. They're throwing a lot of stars at you. He needs to go away for a little bit and just make the game.
Right.
And not give us another 5 years of anxiety about whether or not, or what this game's about.
It's going to be down to 4 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, continuing on from that, I think we're going to get some VR segments. I don't know. A lot of big names.
I think this is going to be very telling for VR this year. If they come out and they don't have like 2 or 3 like big full games.
Something that's different from that, what was that? Farpoint,
yeah. I mean, that's kind of in the right direction, but I mean, I'm still on the fence. Like, unless you have like a full geared system for this, like, I just can't see myself wearing visors and like pretend. I don't know. It's great for horror games. We already mentioned this, but for other stuff, I just want to sit there with my controller, with my big screen TV, surround sound. I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
I think if they're going to do anything big, or like big announcements, I guess you can say, quote unquote big, they'll do some tie-ins with, say, like Call of Duty, like they did last year, where they had like the cockpit, like fighter jet kind of VR experience in Call of Duty Infinite. And they'll do like Star Wars Battlefront, same thing, where you can sit in the X-Wing. I think there's going to be more experiences. I don't know if there's going to be full-fledged, like, VR games like what we saw with Resident Evil and what we saw with Farpoint. There could be more horror games that come out and say, "Hey, we are actually doing a PlayStation VR update for Outlast 2."
I want a VR Jaws game. That'd be cool. You're sitting on the boat and you gotta like kill a shark.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's going to be very telling if we go through an entire E3 conference and there's like, it's just like add-ons or additions to what games are already coming out. Yeah. And there's no big development team actually making a new game, then that's going to tell us all we need to know about.
I assume they're putting in a lot of resources. I mean, apparently PlayStation VR did quite well for them.
It's the best-selling one because of the price point and the install base of the PlayStation 4.
So maybe they'll have another upgraded gadget to go along. But, I mean, like you said, if a game isn't really
in the works.
Yeah, or at least, I mean, even at this point, even if they're just saying it's in the works, I don't think it's going to help the cause. Like, they have to release something now to keep people interested. Otherwise, it's just going to become, like I said, it's a gimmick thing right now. Yeah. So, but, all right, Jonah, what else you got?
Well, I was thinking they're going to do some expansions for Horizon Zero Dawn and Uncharted 4. It just seems likely.
Well, I mean, the Uncharted 4, I'm going to say that they probably won't. I think they have the Uncharted Lost Odyssey game coming out.
They'll probably focus on that.
They're not going to want to do any kind of additional.
Is that a console game or?
It's a console game.
I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, it's Nadine and Chloe from Uncharted, and it's their own separate story. And that's coming out, I think, in August. So I don't think they're going to do anything more with Uncharted 4 because that's supposedly like a separate game that they're going to do.
They might announce something along, like probably within it. I can picture within another trailer of that, like they'll be like, "Oh, this is coming out, and also check out this DLC for Uncharted 4." But like, I feel like it's gonna be on the sidelines. You know what I mean? Like nothing like groundbreaking, just like, "Oh, hey,
multiplayer, horde mode." Because everybody needs a horde mode.
That's true.
I'm sure we'll get some new footage, maybe new features for Marvel vs. Capcom, the new game coming out.
Yeah, you might see something. You may see something. I don't know. Like, I just don't know where they're going to fit all this in.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot.
Well, there's definitely going to be a Destiny 2 segment, though.
Well, that's the thing. Activision has slowly just been... Their conference is just slowly Sony's conference. They're probably going to open with Call of Duty, like I think they did last year or 2 years ago. Yeah. They're going to open with Call of Duty, so that's going to take up a period of time. They're definitely going to show some Destiny stuff. They're going to show Star Wars Battlefront.
Isn't that EA?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, they have
their own conference, though. EA has their own conference.
Yeah, but I still think they're going to show up because PlayStation has the marketing deal for EA. Right. I'm sorry, for Battlefront, not EA.
Damn, that must cost
every game. They have the marketing deal for Star Wars Battlefront, but so they have that in EA and then Call of Duty. you have Call of Duty on there. You have Destiny on there. You have probably maybe something else that Activision might be working on. Like, I don't think there's anything in the works.
There should be like a 4-hour segment rather than just.
It's gonna be like 2, I think, right? 2.5.
They got to make it longer.
As long as it's not going to be like the Nintendo Direct, not this past one, but the one that it's kind of just like little clips of like a million games, and it's like with the Japanese games, I can just
they'll have a montage of all the devs and all the small games, like little clips.
No, they might do that. I think you'll see that with Marvel vs. Capcom too. I don't know if you'll get like stage set trailers.
Because I'll be disappointed if it is just they'll have like Destiny and then
Call
of Duty
and then Battlefront.
Like I don't want them to
Far
just
Cry. They have the marketing deal for Far Cry.
That's true.
As well.
Far Cry.
So they make a gameplay.
Assassin's Creed's probably going to be in the Ubisoft one, right?
It probably will be. Yeah.
But
they'll show Far Cry.
Because I like to see things we haven't really heard too much of. I want surprises. Like I don't want a big show of games we know coming out. I guess Call of Duty 2 would be nice because we haven't seen anything really.
Yeah, they haven't shown
wise
really
for
anything
that.
with gameplay.
But I'm not really. I mean,
they usually hold the gameplay trailers until E3.
Yeah, I mean they did have a gameplay, or that was a CG, I think.
Yeah, it was mostly like just cutscene trailer.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not really excited for that game. Yeah, it is what it is. It's another Call of Duty. It's back to World War II. Yeah. Hip hip hooray!
M1 Grands.
Yes.
Nazi zombies.
I mean, that's probably going to be the big focus if they do it really awesome differently.
I hope so. I hope it's Wolfenstein meets Call of Duty.
That's just what it should be.
Good. Their story would be good then.
That should be it. Actually, it turns out Call of Duty World War II is actually an expansion of the new
of Wolfenstein.
Amazing.
And I also think that BioWare is going to do something.
Well, supposedly they're announcing or showing whatever it is that BioWare's been working on, their Destiny type game.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Supposedly that's what they're showing this year. We'll see what happens. But
I was thinking maybe it was like an expansion to Andromeda.
I'm sure. No. I think Andromeda's dead. I just hope that whatever it is, if they do show like BioWare what they're working on, I hope it's more than just, hey, I drew this picture for an entire 5 minutes and they don't actually show anything about the game or tell you about the game.
I feel like if it is that new
like
game,
we're really working hard here at BioWare. It's just a complete effort by everybody.
Just a dev documentary.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do, and that's what I'm really worried about because that's what they did for Mass Effect for 2 years.
We always just give 110%.
Gotta go out there and play good football.
Gotta go out there and play some good football. I mean, make some good games.
Yeah, I feel like if BioWare does show their new game off, it'll be like the one more thing at EA's conference.
It might be. Yeah, I hope it's actually, like I said, though, it's actually something that... Because, I mean, we know it got pushed, but it is something where that BioWare team has been working on it for a while. It hasn't just been, like they didn't just finish Andromeda because there were 2 separate teams.
The guy just wrote it on a sticky note. Guys... Great idea right here.
That's the documentary. This is my idea. This is the name right here. Right there.
Still has like jelly on it from his lunch.
We're working on it still. So yeah, I mean, you're right. I think they will show something about their new game.
So also, this is a long shot.
Oh boy. Is this a bold prediction, would you say?
It's a bold prediction. I feel like they're going to show something about Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, I really don't think you're...
Yeah. I mean, they've had some
rough... that sticky note. Here it is. It's coming together.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. They already said that, like, Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy are so far off.
I only think they talked about the remake, Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I didn't mention Kingdom Hearts.
I thought they did mention
I feel like those are, like, tied together now. I feel like you can't say something about one without the other.
Yeah.
They actually made one game and they're just showing different parts because they're not ready.
Well, they're going to show off Kingdom Hearts 2.7.
No, they're already at 2.8.
They're at 2.8?
Yeah. They're at 2.8.
Oh, jeez.
2.9.
2.9's coming.
2.9 and a half. 3/4. But they did that actually. They had like a fraction.
Yeah.
They're gonna have an HD remake of 2.8.
I want to play JRPGs, not do math.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
So maybe Kingdom Hearts.
And then there one more.
Maybe.
The one more thing will be Knack 2.
And that they're gonna say that as people are walking out the door. And Knack 2.
Guys, wait, Knack 2 also.
Nice coming.
Yeah, they'll show. I mean, I think that Knack 2 will be in a sizzle reel. I don't think it will have any stage time.
That'd be hilarious if Knack 2 trailer shows and like it's the greatest thing anyone's ever seen.
You have Mark Cerny come out and start talking technical to everybody at E3, and the particle effects here can only be done with the power of the PlayStation 4. That really monotone voice that he has. Yeah. He doesn't really get excited.
They'll go with the Jack.
Yes, but he has like that weird like quirkiness to him.
Yeah, quirky. Yeah, that's a good word for it.
They'll go with the Jack and Daxter 2 route and just
Guy's an absolute genius.
Oh, I believe so.
Add guns and cars and make it bad. That's what they'll do.
Yeah.
For Knack 2.
They're going to have a pro.
No, I mean, it's co-op. There's people who played it, or some of the media outlets already played it, so evidently it's not terrible.
I mean, Jack the
Ripper.
Knack 1 wasn't terrible.
No, it was good. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It just wasn't that...
I didn't want it.
It wasn't Mario.
Yeah.
It wasn't that awe-inspiring game that people were like, well, that... I mean, it was for PS4. Say that game was announced with Switch or something like that, then people would be like, oh, cool.
I feel like it was made so they could have a new character for the PlayStation All-Star sequel, which is not going to happen because of
not that. Yeah.
Epic fail, then. Epic fail.
Do you think they're going to have any surprises? Like everything that we talked about, we already knew about.
Yeah.
Like, what surprises?
They're going to have...
Just real quick, so a couple of things. I do think God of War is coming out this year just based on the marketing that I've been seeing recently on the internet. Like, they've showed... And they have, like, the 4 games. They showed the... On the marketing, like, I guess... the commercial, the ending of the commercial, I guess you could call it like a tag. What do we call it for the YouTube? The
tags?
Tags, is that what it is?
Yeah.
The first image? They had...
Or a thumbnail?
Thumbnail.
That's the word.
They have the image of God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Gran Turismo. No. Gran Turismo and...
Crash Bandicoot.
Maybe it was Crash. I don't remember. But there was another game. So I feel like God of War is probably coming this year. Or at least I hope it's coming this year. I think that might be the surprise that they might say, hey, it's coming out
tomorrow.
It's already out.
I think it will come out September like we originally talked about on a previous podcast.
Could be.
So I think that might come out. Days Gone might be ready too. The game from Sony Bend, the zombie game that they showed last year. But again, I think it's one or the other. Like I think either God of War comes out this holiday season, and then one game, and then Days Gone comes out in first quarter, or vice versa.
I don't know. I think that game should come out now. It's been announced. Yeah. I mean,
there's not as much hype around it as God of War. Like God of War, depending on when you could probably release it within any given month, and it'd probably sell pretty well.
They showed Days Gone like once or twice, right? Like at E3, and then
they showed it at E3. That was it.
They just showed
it. Okay.
Yeah, you have a flashlight, and then you have a billion zombies coming after you.
Yeah, I saw that. It was cool.
It looked
cool.
But
they're just not bringing it up again.
I think they need that game for the Halloween season.
Maybe.
It'll do very well.
In October, that may not be a bad idea. In October, release date for Days Gone.
Still save it for Christmas, you know.
You might be actually onto something. Yeah, I mean that's actually doable. I think that would actually do well.
If it releases October, they got the idea here.
Because Sony Bend has been working. That's their first game in like almost a decade. Like their last game Sony Bend made was Uncharted Golden Abyss for the Vita.
I thought that was PSP.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
So it's been a while. Because they had a lot of false starts. Like, they were one of the companies that were told, all right, keep making a couple Vita games. And they kept falling through, kind of a thing. And then they eventually went and was like, hey, you can make a PlayStation 4 game. So,
make something different.
Yeah. So
they made the YouTube Snake game.
So I think you might be right. Days Gone might come out this holiday. And you might be right. It could be close to October.
I would like to see that. I think that'll do well. It looked awesome. You know, like you said, it looked neat. It looked cool. Yeah. But... I don't know.
Gonna need a lot of bullets.
Yeah, I mean, because you want a serious, it's like a serious version of Dead Rising, the way, like, you have all...
Somewhat serious, yeah. I just don't know where that guy was pulling all that ammo from. Because there's a lot of zombies.
It's unlimited.
Yeah.
He put in cheat codes before he... stuff.
You might be right, but, like, just kind of going back to what my question was, is that, like, do you think, what kind of surprises? Like, do you think we'll see Sucker Punch's game? Like, the guys that did Infamous, are we going to see...
What was the last thing they did? Was Infamous? That was the last. So I feel like it's about time they did something.
Maybe an announcement. That's the only thing I can think of. That might be the. Oh, I'm forgetting about Spider-Man too.
Well, Spider-Man's gonna be.
Are they doing Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah. They announced it last year.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not really.
I mean, is Sucker Punch doing that though?
No. Insomniac's doing Spider-Man.
Insomniac, that's what it was. I don't know. I mean,
there's rumors of the Resistance 3 too.
Oh yeah.
By But I mean, they might have gone a different company to do that.
Resistance 3? I thought there was a Resistance 3.
I'm sorry, Resistance 4.
Resistance 4. Yeah. Okay. That's what I was like.
That's all right. Yep.
H-
Nope. I
HD
played Resistance 3.
Yeah, I
It's
was
good.
like, I think you played that game.
So that'd be really cool if they announced that. So I guess, yeah, that'd be the nice surprise. Would be like a Resistance, whatever Sucker Punch is working on. I wouldn't mind another Infamous game. I like the Infamous games. But
It was neat.
supposedly-
For PS3, that was a neat little game. The second one was pretty good.
But would you believe me if I said
I
that I
know.
actually enjoyed First Light, the DLC for Infamous, better than Infamous Second Son?
I mean,
I believe you.
it's fine.
But my Tommy gun don't.
She was a better character, I feel like. Fetch.
Yeah.
She was a better character, I feel like, in that game.
I played like a couple hours of the Second Son, and it wasn't bad. I just didn't like it as much as 1 and 2.
I got the platinum for it.
Yeah. Well.
And for First Light.
Aren't you just
Yeah.
special?
Okay, then.
I think a hardware surprise would be cool.
I don't think so.
Like you have an
It's going
expansion
to be that
to the
PlayStation
Pro
Gold
where it makes that's
system.
true.
That's what we're going to get. That's going to be your surprise.
I think there's a gold and
They already-
silver.
They were actually saying that. I think I found the interview before the one you were talking about. Was it Sean Layden? Does that sound familiar?
No.
Okay.
Sure, I know Sean.
But they were saying like last year, like they pretty much launched like three different hardwares within like a 6-month period.
Right.
They released the Slim, the
Yeah.
Pro,
I think that was
and
it.
the
That
VR.
was in the
Of
Yeah.
Sean Layden.
Yeah,
He's the head of I think game development at PlayStation.
I feel like they're just gonna have like a hardware adapter for the Pro to make it the PS4 Elite.
No, stop that.
It's gonna have the Core i9 in it,
You're
and it's gonna you're gonna plug it into your PS4, and it's just gonna be blowing
They're
you
gonna release.
away.
They're gonna release an adapter to plug
It's
in
gonna be
every
roping
every past PlayStation console into one giant mech.
They just with duct tape,
like Voltron.
Like
gonna be like Voltron?
or a Gundam.
PlayStation Voltron. I can get behind that.
and it's a backpack, and it has a screen that attached to it, and you just play it on the go, and it lasts hours
See?
because it's like a proton pack.
Exactly.
It's nuclear
beautiful.
powered.
I worry about you guys.
Why? We
Sometimes.
are the future.
Think outside the box.
But anything else new? Anything like any surprises? You were saying Sly Cooper, but I kind of
Yes,
want to
Sly Cooper.
talk about Sly Cooper.
You know,
Well, it's not a horrible. I mean, I could see an
It's the best
HD
idea.
remake probably because I feel like there's gonna be more
You
HD remake.
you might not be wrong with that because like Ratchet and Clank did really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they remade it, Ratchet and Clank recently, that did really well.
Yeah, because based off of that interview when he's like, "Oh, the old games look horrible," they're gonna spend money now to make HD remakes so they don't look horrible. I don't know.
I mean, if they sell,
Yeah, well,
they should ask Square for tips.
yeah. Like, hey, how you guys doing?
I don't think there's any other games that I haven't thought about. Like Gran Turismo, we know is going to come out probably this year.
Bloodborne
if
2.
not,
Did they
early
announce
next year.
that, or is that like a rumor?
No, there's just a rumor.
I feel that's
Bloodborne
the thing.
2.
That's one more
I think
thing.
it's
That'd be pretty popular. A lot of people would be really stoked for that if they announced Bloodborne 2.
Yeah,
probably another Tomb Raider game.
I don't think they'll announce it.
it'll be Tom Brady.
Tom
Square, I mean, Microsoft might announce it on their stage, the new Tomb Raider, because we know that I guess it's being worked on by Square Montreal or something. It's not Crystal Dynamics.
Well, they have
Crystal
a movie
Dynamics-
in the works, so I figure they might try to,
Yeah,
get people motivated again.
maybe we'll have to see.
Even though that's like the 10th reboot of Tomb Raider.
That's
The only other
exact-
thing I can think of from a hardware perspective is maybe a price cut on the PlayStation 4 Slim.
They're
Maybe.
free.
to $20.
Maybe that's it. But
I mean, I was really looking forward to more backwards compatible and also another handheld version. But those dreams are shot now, guys.
the revamp of the Move controllers, I think, might help PlayStation VR too, because a lot of people say like they're just not comfortable controllers to use.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a thing happening? They're going to revamp it?
I'm just saying it could. It could be an announcement that they do where they revamp the Move controllers.
But what do you guys? Last final thoughts? Don't do drugs. Stay in school. Mind your manners. And don't forget to play Sony PlayStation 4.
I really want to see gameplay for Death Stranding. That's the
you're
big
gonna
thing.
get it.
I'm getting it.
You're going to get another weird trailer, and it's going to be Metal Gear Solid 6.
I want gameplay for Spider-Man. I want to see some Spider-Man gameplay.
Spider-Man, yeah, that'd be cool too. Not as cool as Death Stranding. So just, I don't know.
And I just hope that there's surprises because, like I said, there's a lot of games that they showed last year, and a lot of them still aren't out.
And I don't want a montage of all these games. Like, I just want, I don't want to be like, this.
Yeah, they might do that.
They're probably
I don't think they have enough time to come out and talk about it.
You had a whole year. No excuses.
But there's a lot of games that still aren't out, so we'll see what
true.
happens. Because, like I said, God of War last year, haven't seen anything about it. Days Gone, last year, haven't seen anything about it. Spider-Man, last year, haven't seen anything about it. And they have to make time for Call of Duty, Battlefront.
They don't have
Destiny.
to. Those are just brand names. Then people.
Destiny's a lifestyle.
You just throw those out, people buy them. You don't have to show off anything.
Uh-huh.
But guys, what do you think? Let us know down in the comments.